Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would give you a little bit of rundown of what I've been up to and the plan for the week, because we have a very exciting week. The horses are gone to Belgium for an international horse show. I am still here in France in the yard, but I will explain why very shortly. First of all, an update on what we've been up to prepare for this show. So if you guys have watched the last show vlog, which was from about 4 weeks ago now, I'll start with Cal. Cal jumped the 130 and the 135 classes. He was very, very good. Our only thing that let us down was his fitness. So he's been doing so much gallop work. There's an amazing gallops near us here, and we've been going every week. He's been doing some galloping, some hill work, some slow fitness work and strength work. He has been working his butt off, and I've been noticing a huge difference in him. He's definitely a lot stronger, and this will be the really big test this week to see if he is fit and for the numerous days of jumping. In addition to the gallop work, we have been really working on our course riding. Well, when I say we, I mean my course riding. And just working on jumping some tricky lines, some tricky combinations at quite a big height. So what we've been doing, and by we I mean Lauren and I, every week we look up the course plan for a really high level course. Like for example, last week we did the World Cup finals in Omaha. We used the third round of that, and we just built the course here at home and we jumped that. And at first it was pretty damn hard, but it's still hard, but we're getting better at it, and I'm definitely seeing a really big difference in my riding and my reaction time and sitting up quick and looking to the next fence and riding my strides. And yeah, I think it's made a really big difference. So again, hopefully that pays off for the show, because we're definitely not going to see courses as hard as the World Cup final. We're only doing the 2-star, so we're a couple of levels off that. But as they say, you know, train harder, bigger at home, and then you go to the show and it'll be a lot easier. So last week I'll show you the round that Cal and I did. It was up to 140, 145, and it was that course that I just said, the World Cup final third round. And I was really, really happy with how he jumped. The rideability was good, the jumps felt good, and yeah, very pleased. So that's what I did last week jumping wise. Then just a couple of days before they left the show, I just did a small gymnastic exercise just to get them thinking and get them a little bit quicker off the feet and just a little bit quicker off the ground. So it's just kind of like a final tune-up before they hit the road. And then other than that, they've just been doing lots of flat work, long and low work, pull work, lunging over pulls, etc, etc. So the plan with Cal is he is going to jump the 135 the first day. All going well, he'll then jump the 140 the second day. And then if that goes well, I actually probably will not jump a third class. I'll just leave him at that. But we can either jump another 135 or another 140. It's just going to be a little bit tricky with timings, which again I will explain very shortly. With Dali, so my biggest issue with Dali last show was my rideability and being able to get him back through distances. It was always the distances that would catch me out. He has this huge stride and oh my god, that is a wasp. And although I do a lot of work on the flat with him, you know, lengthening and shortening, once it gets to jumps and especially multiple days of shows, he gets kind of more strung out, the atmosphere gets excited, and it gets a little bit hard to shorten him down distances. So we have worked our butts off. So firstly, again, he's been going to the gallops. He's been doing so much hill work. There's a really steep hill there and we walk up it and oh my god, they're panting, everything. Like they breathe up more walking up that hill than they do like galloping up the, like, I think it's like a several kilometer stretch. So it just shows you how hard they have to work with those like slow strength training hill work type of exercises. So he's been doing lots of that because he's such a big boy. He needs to get really, really strong as I can get him. Then he's been doing the lunging over pools as well as Cal, and a little bit of grid work. But the biggest thing we've been doing is courses, and what we do is we set up those courses that I was talking about. We set them as small little cavaletti type jumps, and I jump around that and I really, really focus on my rideability. I really focus on getting the number of strides, even adding strides, really making sure I have full control. And then I put them up as jumps. So I've kind of showed a little bit of that in my previous vlogs. I've been doing a little bit of playing around with bits. I started with a 2-ring, just as a little bit of an extra strength, because he was originally in a snaffle and it just, you know, he's just too big to be jumping in a snaffle. I'm very much for keeping bits as simple as possible. That's why Cal still jumps in a snaffle, but Dali, he's just so big, he's so long. I still flat him in the snaffle, but with jumping I just need that little bit of extra help because I'm not huge and I don't have a lot of weight behind me if I pull him up, so I just needed something to help me out a little bit. I tried the 2-ring snaffle. He was good for a few days, but when the courses got a little bit tighter, a little bit trickier, it just wasn't quite cutting it. So I tried a Pelham and I found I could ride him with basically no contact. It was a really, really strange feeling and it definitely took a lot of getting used to. So I'll put in some clips of me riding with that, jumping with that for the first time. I ended up jumping a course of about 115, 120, I think it was. And mostly just getting used to the rideability and used to this feeling. It was quite strange. I really did not have to use much rein basically, because he is a sensitive horse. He just gets a little bit carried away with himself and he's just really big. So I found that really helped. It was super easy to get the distances. I didn't really have to, you know, use a lot of rein. I was able to just use a lot of my body and he was coming back to me really, really well. He tends to pull downwards and this was really helping with that. He wasn't kind of pulling me out of the saddle or anything at all. So I was very, very happy with that. So that is the bit that I'm going to be using at the show, although I have bought the true ring and I have brought the snaffle just in case, you know. I just want to be able to have my have a few options there, especially because I've only jumped in the Pelham once and I don't really like to go straight to a show when I haven't really used a lot, but I'm just going with it because the feeling was so good. So Dali will be jumping the 110 the first day, then the 120, and then there's either a 115 or a 125 depending on how he's going. So that is his plan. Good. Well done. Lovely. That was good. So that is the preparation we've been doing riding wise. Then on preparing their bodies. I'm here in France with Lauren Allport. I'll just leave a link to her YouTube channel in my description. But she is a physio, she's a master's in chiropractic, she is a very smart lady and very qualified physiotherapist. And the horses have so much routine care in that area of things. She checks them completely once a week. Checks for any misalignments, gets them feeling really good. Every day they get something called a MagnaWave, which is a machine that, guys, I'm really not sure about the mechanics of it, so you're just gonna have to Google it, but it makes them feel great. And any tight areas, it really focuses on that. And they also get lasers on their legs, back, everything. Yeah, and they do stretches every day, carrot stretches with their necks, with their legs. They are very well looked after here. So they've been doing all of that as per usual, and they've been really feeling the benefits of it. They feel so loose, so supple, and really, really happy in the work. So then yesterday it was time to get everything ready for the show. So yesterday we cleaned all our tack, we packed up everything into boxes, and I also washed both the horses and, you know, trimmed their tails, trimmed their manes, etc. And then today at the lovely hour of 2:30 in the morning, we got up and, well, firstly I went to get the horses in, but they had jumped out of their field, so they'd already done half the work for me and gave me a little heart attack. So that was lovely, you know, early in the morning to do that to me. And anyway, I brought them in and I gave them a groom and I put on their cooler and their traveling stuff, and they headed to Belgium. So we are going to Centaur, which is in Belgium, as I just said. It's an international there, so it's about 4 hours away. So we actually hired someone to drive them there. So they decided they wanted to leave at 3, so that's what we did. So Lauren and one of the grooms went with the horses at 3 this morning to Belgium. They arrived very safely this morning, and they are settling all the horses in. They've fattened their stables. I'll put a little picture of them on their little hand walk earlier today. Then the trot up is probably about now, actually. It's around 4 p.m. right now, so they should be doing their trot up any minute. Lauren and Paulie, the groom, is very kindly doing that for me, because I am here at the yard, as I just said, because there is lots of exciting things happening that I can't really tell you about, but because it's Lauren's news, so you're just going to follow her for it. But I'm actually the only person in the yard right now. The only person. And there's 2 mares that are very close to foaling. So it's unfortunate timing, because I would like to be in Belgium with the horses, obviously. But what we've kind of decided to do, well, what I've decided to do, because I just really wanted to go to a show and I would do anything to make that happen, is that obviously I'm here to help with the foalings and stuff because I'm a vet. So I said, well, I'll stay here every night, so that if the mare falls, I'm here, I can help, and I will drive to Belgium every day. So I have a lovely 8-hour round trip to make tomorrow. But anyway, anything for a show, really. So basically I'm here to be on full watch tonight. Also, I hope this doesn't age badly, but Welbeck at home in Ireland is very close to foaling. And I can look at the camera from here at home, so I'm going to be full watching these mares and also Welbeck in Ireland. So that's quite exciting. So that is the plan for the weekend. I just thought it would be nice to show you guys like the context behind the show, like what we're working on. And I just find that when I watch videos, when you kind of know the backstory behind the horses, it's a little bit more interesting, isn't it? So yeah, I just thought I would tell you what we're working on and get you guys as invested as I am. So I'm really, really excited. This will be Cal's first international 140. So hopefully this girl doesn't mess up, because we all know he can do it. It's just as long as I ride well. But yeah, I'm just going to really focus. I've been feeling a bit nervous, so we need to get on that. Yeah, I'm excited to just be there. I think I'm nervous because I'm not there, so it all feels a bit out of my control, which I don't enjoy. I'm a bit of a control freak, So I think once I'm there and I've like walked the course and like visualizing it, it'll feel good. So exciting times. So I'm going to go and muck out some stables and get all the hay and feed ready. That just gave me a fright, but it's a cat. Get all the hay and feed ready for the horses that are left here, and yes, try and sleep tonight, but like not very well because I'll be up like every hour checking the horses. And then I have to leave lovely early in the morning. I'm the second class, so hopefully it'll start around 10:30. 9, 8, 7, 6. So I only have to leave at 6, which is actually not that bad. So yeah, alright, I will see you in the next video, which will be the show vlog. So please send good vibes because I'm uploading this today, so before the show actually starts. Exciting. Bye.